doing?
Showing you. Look at my son. Look,
She's $45,000 in debt because she keeps buying Labubus. Oh,
my
no.
son.
What the
So
is
cute.
this? How'd you get into $45,000 of debt in 4 years?
Making some purchases, you know. I wanted
it Labubus?
Labubus. I wanted an iPad. I wanted furniture for my apartment.
The f did you call me? What is a boo-boo?
A Labubu.
Labubu?
Labubu.
The boo-boo?
It's a keychain from Pop Mart.
I know what a keychain is. I don't know what Pop Mart. The f are you doing?
Nobody heard of Pop Mart before the Labubu craze. I just know it.
Showing you. Look at my son. Look at my son.
What the f
He's so
is
cute.
this? Oh, you are an obnoxious creature.
Isn't he so adorable?
No, it's hideous. I don't understand this. This is absolutely crazy. Those things are horrifying and ugly, and I can't imagine why anyone legitimately finds them cute. This trend is just too much for me, frankly. I know people that have like medical debt and high interest car payments that they're making, and instead they're choosing to spend money on Labubu. This has gone too far. There are good things in life you should be spending money on. I'm not saying that if you have payments you have to make that you should be destitute. No Dave Ramsey preaching here, but oh my, to spend it on this? This is not one of the good things that you should spend money on.
How much did you spend on Pop Mart last month? Labubus.
Probably like 700.
Yeah. Yeah.
700?
And he's willing to leave you, and you're choosing $700
Her husband's willing to leave him over her Labubu addiction?
in Labubus. That's what you were choosing over your marriage and your child having a fully combined household that doesn't have to go back and forth every week. When did you learn, in your perception, that things were so dire here?
When he told me that he was going to leave me.
He told her he was going to leave her because of her Labubu addiction. This is crazy. It's just the newest fad, like Stanley Cups or silly bands or like Poppets or any other small plastic material that for some reason people are going crazy for. There are things you should not sacrifice in order to get your Labubu fixed. Right near the top of that list is your marriage.
A month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Not 6 months ago when he was asking how your finances were, and you're just like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
He never... he never asked about it. He was just like, seeing things coming out, and I was just buying stuff. And it was, it didn't matter because we make a lot of money. We make almost $10,000 a month. So, I mean, if we figure out a budget, like I'm hoping that you're able to give me later on.
So instead of you taking any accountability, any action, any kind of effort on your end, you're waiting for me to come fix this.
These are just like NFTs. I'm sure there's an innumerable number of marriages or relationships that were broken off because one of the people was so obsessed with the ape NFT that was absolutely definitely going to appreciate and solve all of their financial issues. And I like how the husband hasn't said a single word here. He's watching his marriage and financial life deteriorate in front of him, and he has no idea what to say.
Good luck.
I need a budget. That's what I need.
Congratulations. He was literally in a budget, not preferably mine, but it would have done it automated.
It's just a doll. In a year from today, you can quote me on this. 1 year from today, nobody will care that these existed, and they will certainly not care that you spent thousands of dollars on them. But you'll care because you won't have those thousands of dollars because you spent them on Labubu. You look happy today? Thanks, I spent $750 on Labubus. I'm going to choose to tell myself that they're nice and rich with no payments. They own their house, they own their car, and so they, of course, can afford to spend $750 on Labubus. And we're going to move on because the thought of anything else depresses me.
I'm at H Mart. Guys, I had no idea these were like
$77
or $100.
$100?
What? I thought these things were like $20. No, like,
Y'all, I thought the Labubus were like $20, which I think they originally were. I was gonna get one just because everyone has them. I'm shooketh, and needless to say, I left empty-handed. Guess I won't be in on the trend. This pile has to be scalpers, right? Like people that bought them or possibly stole them off trucks and is now reselling them at like 10 times whatever the original price was. It's similar to the Taylor Swift situation, right? Where you have people that buy them all and then resell them at like huge markups, except with Taylor Swift, it was like 20x what people were selling them. Except this time, instead of getting to go to a cool concert for one of the biggest artists in the world, You have a tiny creepy doll. How did these even get so popular? I really don't understand. Millions of dolls are made every day, and there are tens of thousands of new original designs of dolls, I'm sure, created all of the time. Why did these take off so much? When you look at them, they look like they're going to steal your soul. How much did you spend on me? $120? Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, rip your bank account. $120? And I guarantee you these cost like 50 cents to make. All right, I looked them up on AliExpress. Look at this. 99 cents for a 17 centimeter tall one, which I assume is about like what the normal size is. And these are literally just Labubus. They cost $1 each. This is including import charges. This is with the tariffs. They cost $1 each. So they cost like, I don't know, 50 to 70 cents. You paid $120 for them? You paid 120 times what they're actually worth? Imagine if you went to like Taco Bell, grab something off their cravings menu, their $1 taco or bean burrito or whatever it is, and they try to charge you $120 for them. You would tell them that they're insane. There's no way these can possibly be worth that.
I spent $380 on this whole box.
$380 on the box? And look, he knows. Look at how he looks at her at the beginning. Watch his face. Yep. He did not consent to $380 of their money being spent.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. I've been wanting one of these for a minute, so I'll let you open it because I'll rip it into the box like no fucking tomorrow.
What do you mean you've been wanting one of these for a minute? A minute implies like a really long amount, like months or years, but these have only been viral for like a few weeks, right? This is a pretty recent thing. How has it been a minute?
Let me explain. I've been looking for a Labubu to put on my to put on my bag as a charm for so long. I'm on all the notification lists to notify me when it comes back in stock, and it just hasn't happened. So I'm walking out of Pop Mart. Let me set the scene for you. Walking by and I'm like, let's just go in there. So we go in there, and they sold these individually. Now it was $90 for one, and I was like, no.
Okay, $90 for one. I get it. Insane price to be charging, again, for a $1 doll, including import charges. But you do know that $380 is more than $90, right? Like, I get it's less per doll, but you were unwilling to spend $90 on dolls, but then you're willing to spend $380 on dolls? That's like 4x the amount. Pop Mart is making a crazy killing off of these.
No, we're not doing that. Anyway, I was going to, and then the guy at the counter said it's actually cheaper if you buy a whole box. And I said, how much is the box? And he said $380. It's $380 for 6 Labubus.
He said it's cheaper to buy a box, but it's not cheaper to buy a box. It's cheaper to buy one because it's $90 because the box is $380. $380 is more than $90. And to be fair, the cheapest thing you can do is not buy any of them at all and save your money. Save your $400. That is like an outstanding 3-hour, 3-course dinner at a super fancy restaurant. $400? Think of the fun experience you could have together for $400. And again, these cost $1 to make. She bought 6 of them, so it's worth $6, and she paid $380 for them. That's a crazy profit margin. Oh, getting 2 boxes.
I don't know what that means, but we've got the last 2 version 3s in Harrods.
No. 1 box for the other girl was $380, so that's like $700 in Labubu.
One of each version, Justin. One of each version? One of those. That one and the one at the top.
How are we going to put them? Yeah, I've got that one already.
Okay, great. Amazing.
How are we going to put them?
I'm not sure. That's...
No, you don't need more. There's so many. I thought they said they were hard to get and sold out everywhere. I wonder if she just got lucky and found a store. Oh, good. Get more. Yep. Look how many people there are. They're all adults. There should be no world in which a toy attracts this many adults to stand in line and wait around to pay hundreds of dollars for. I've heard some people say that they wait like hours outside of stores before they open so that they can be the first person to run in and get Labubus. Unreal. Are they gonna show us how much it cost? Oh, look at her face. She knows she overpaid. That's crazy. They tell it, oh, I just spent $800 of Labubus in London. What should I do with them? You should return them. I'm struggling to pay for a plumber and people are spending $800 on stuffed toys. What is the world coming to? Exactly. What a waste of money. And then there are people under them. They're like, can I have one? I hope the people buying all this never have to complain that they don't have money. Yeah, exactly. There's gotta be a psychological reason for this, right? Where people, and adults specifically, feel the need to drastically and grossly overpay for a tiny doll that does absolutely nothing. Is it like a herd mentality thing where you see everybody else online going crazy over it and your friends are going crazy over it, so you're like, oh, well, I also have to include myself on this trend?
Labubu's, bag charms, and Sunny's Angels are a recession indicator, and we can prove it with the lipstick effect. The lipstick effect is basically this trend that economists discovered that whenever the GDP goes down, the rate at which people were buying lipstick either stayed the same through that period or completely skyrocketed.
And the interesting thing about the lipstick effect is you can also observe it in like pre-made fancy frozen pizza, where when recessions hit, people are more likely to purchase fancy, expensive frozen pizza. And the reason for that is that they're not going out anymore, because eating at expensive restaurants is obviously really expensive, but it's a lot cheaper to buy really nice frozen pizza. So people will ditch the restaurants, purchase the pizza, and eat that at home.
And I get it. When times are hard, you may indulge in a little retail therapy as a pick-me-up, but you know you can't really spend the $500 on the Coach bag you really want, but you are willing to pay $30 for your lipstick. And
or in this case, $500 to $800 for Labubus.
That's what I think y'all are doing with these Labubus and Sunny's Angels. And this isn't the first time toys have been used as a recession indicator. Back in 2001, it was Furbies. At the beginning of the pandemic, it was Squishmallows.
Yep.
But in addition to people spending money on frivolous things when times are hard, I also think that people are treating this as their introduction into luxury and designer items. And in addition to spending like $25 on a Labubu, people are also buying miniature designer outfits for their Labubus to then
like
put
separately?
on their bag.
Is that a Louis Vuitton Labubu outfit? Surely that's not real, right? There's no... I so hope that this is fake or someone just made it on their own and is just ripping off the logo. If there's a Louis Vuitton Labubu collab that I don't know about, I'm going to lose it. That'd be like hundreds of dollars for a single outfit. I'm desperately hoping nobody's paying for that.
Bags. And in a weird way, it kind of becomes a backward status symbol because it's like, I can't afford to wear Prada and may never be able to afford to wear it. But my Labubu can.
People are treating their Labubus and spending more money on their Labubus than they are on themselves. And look, it's fun to poke fun at people that are spending a few $100s on Labubus. As long as it's all done in good fun, I don't think there's any actual harm in it. And as long as you are being financially responsible overall and you're taking care of yourselves and all the people that depend on you, there's nothing actually wrong with spending $100 on a doll, even if I do think it's silly. But I want to be clear, no matter how much money you have, there is never a world in which it is okay to spend as much money as we're going to see in these top 3 most expensive Labubus. It is absurd, and the richest person in the world should not even own these.
Top 3 most expensive Labubu. Number 3, we got Labubu Best of Luck. And this little guy will set you back $1,480.
And remember, these cost about $1 to ship over here.
Number 2, we got Labubu X Vans Old School doll, costing $2,613. And I'm just really perplexed by humanity. Number 1, sit down in your seats,
it's gonna be
folks,
so
because
much.
the Labubu Thunderbolt Cow Yokoyama Safs cost you $45,000.
$45,000. You are spending the cost of a brand new car that could last you for a decade on a single tiny Labubu doll. That's like a year's income for a lot of people, spent on a doll. Think about all the things you could do with that money. And even though that is an absolutely insane, borderline unimaginable amount to be paying on dolls, people are spending about that.
I've spent over $20,000 in 6 months on Labubus.
$20,000.
I'm Cito, and I quit my job to collect Labubus. A Labubu is a plush monster. They have been around for quite a while, but it was not until recently that they became really popular when people like Lisa, Rihanna, Dua Lipa, and Cher collects them. So, yeah, let's get on that trend. So currently, I only have about 30 Labubus in my personal collection.
30 Labubus? But he spent $20,000. Has he spent $20,000 on 30 Labubus? There's no way. It's got to be like 30 individual kinds of Labubus, right? Not like 30 Labubus in total.
But I've spent over $20,000 just this year in 6 months.
In 6 months. He's spending a full-time salary on Labubus.
On Labubus. But I actually do love to share them with my community, and I do give them away during my TikTok lives. She is a fabric tag, which collectors know what that means, right? We started collecting early on. First time I saw them, I really didn't think they were that cute. So what
They're not cute. They're horrifying and hideous, and they will eat you.
made me flip to become passionate about Labubus, I stood in line for 3 hours to get my coworkers some Labubus, and literally 2 people in front of me, they sold out. And I was like, Pop Mart, you don't tell me where to spend my money. I will get those Labubus. I caught the Labubu bug right away after that. So I have always been a collector at heart. Before Labubus, I was collecting designer shoes and designer bags.
So at least he's been collecting really expensive things for a long time. I'm hoping that means that he's got lots of money. He and his partner are set for life, and this is not actually like, you know, crippling them financially. No, they're not gonna lose the house over this.
Have over 100 pairs of shoes and over 100 designer bags in my closet somewhere. Don't tell my husband. I was surprised by one of my TikTok friends who knew I opened over 124 boxes at the time in search for the secret exciting macaroon chestnut cocoa. She sent me a package and I unboxed it during my live, and it was the secret. She has sent me her secret, Labubu.
I feel like if I was into the Labubu craze, I would know what any of that meant. It's kind of just gibberish. I assume it's like a big, rare Labubu, and all of the people who are watching this video are like, oh my god, how do you not know about the secret chestnut Labubu? But the fact that someone spent $20,000, I'm still hung up on that. That's crazy.
This is one of the rarest Labubus you can get.
Oh, okay.
It is one secret every 72 boxes. She is one of my ultimate favorites. So you have exclusive Labubus, the Wings of Fortune, Halloween, which we know as Pumpkin Labubu, the Queen Labubu, Fallen Wild, and even the partnership with Coca-Cola. These are exclusive, and obviously we're gonna keep one in a box and one open to use. One of my favorite things about Labubus is matching them to my bags and dressing them up.
This is too much obsession for anything, frankly. Buying them, okay. Collecting them, all right, whatever. But like building your outfits and fashion sense around them, it's gotta be a bridge too far.
You can buy little outfits for them, and I've created their own closet. I have traveled everywhere: New York, San Francisco, LA, Chicago, San Diego, also London. I already have 3 trips planned where I need to get some more exclusive.
You've got to respect his
the
commitment.
The most expensive, the Monster Series item that I own would be the Simomo Angel in the Clouds, which is this one over here.
I have no idea how much that costs, and I'm so sad that they don't tell us.
The boy version of Labubu. He also has a beautiful tail, and the Angel in the Clouds comes with flexible
He's way
wings.
too proud of this. It's like showing off your child's perfect grades.
Toenails. It was right as I got my first box, I was like, okay, let's get that TikTok account going and let's join the lives and buy more Labubus. I quit my job about 2 months into collecting Labubus. I have over 10 years of experience in the business corporate world.
Okay, so business corporate world, he's probably making a ton of money, easy high 6 figures, 10 years of it. All right, you've probably got enough money to start collecting. But oh my gosh, 20,000. It's just too much.
But I decided to follow my passion, and it has been one of the best decisions ever. I love the community that we've grown.
I'm glad he's happy. It's hard to knock the fact that it makes him happy.
Besitos, I love it. Within a month of having my account, I was able to go live on TikTok, and people were really into it. We have over 4,500 followers at this time, and we have over 50 subscribers, right?
I feel like that's not that many, right? Like 4,500 followers and 50 subscribers. How is that possibly making a full-time income? I don't understand, because subscribers, they're only like $3 or $4, right? So you're making like maybe $200 a month at most. 4,500 followers, you're not getting brand deals at 4,500 followers. It cannot be that lucrative.
Now, thank you for the heart, me, my love. Thank you, thank you. All right, my loves, so we are going to be doing a quick unboxing. We got something in here. We got something. Collecting Labubus has changed my life for the better with the community that I have and the positive memories that I've built. What I would say to people that judge me about my Labubu collection is that I love you, and I hope that you're able to one day find a passion or something that brings you as much joy as the Labubus do in my life.
And I feel like that's a fair ending right there. Like, they make him happy. They're not harming him or anyone else. They've presumably got plenty of money, and if they don't, he can sell his hundreds of designer bags and shoes. He's found something that brings him joy in a way that most people can only dream of finding passion. So, you know what? Frankly, I'm happy for him. This is also kind of unrelated, but there's also apparently been an issue of people leaving Labubus in cars and the cars getting broken into and people stealing the Labubu. And man, I'm just getting too old for this.